What's going on, guys? Wind model back at you here. Got another little fishing reel review for you, uh, slash semi unboxing. I did that last bait caster rod and reel setup from Cast King. That was the first bait caster I had from them. Um, this is my first heavy uh, reel and rod setup from Cast King. I do I have two smaller. I have an ultralight and they like a smaller. I have a micro light they call it, and a smaller trout rod. I do not have nothing big from Cast King besides my bait caster, so I wanted to get a heavier, medium heavy spinning setup, and that's what I got. This is the Cast King SPN category, obviously spinning. This is the Valiant Eagle Gold. That's what the box looks like. You can see there's their number, their website, if anybody interested. They're at Garden City, New York. This phone is the worst focusing fucking phone ever. So we'll get to it before we lose focus. There's some info on Cast King, service, warranty, and their inner circle. Now here's the box. I mean, inside you get the sticker. You get the schematics. If you ever need to tear this apart, put it back together. There's your schematics. Then there's your manual, your instructions. What else do we get in here? You fill this out, tell you when you put your line, what kind of line, how much line you put on it. And here's your 3 extra spacers. These are just plastic washers. Now these are drag washers. You put these in between your spool and your drag knob. So like in between. Take this off, and they go in between the spool and this. What that does is it helps your line, the tension on your line, obviously with the drag. Now, if you just want extra drag or whatever, use them. However, and people are going to say that's completely wrong. I have used these before on as handle spacers. I'm not going to use it on this. We'll get to it here in a minute. But if you can see, that does not line up, or does not go closed all the way. It does not fit tight up against the body. Neither side does. I was looking online, and I'm not sure if that's how it's supposed to be. I've tried to put that handle on different ways, and it does not fit tight. So I'm assuming there's supposed to be a gap there. However, on other reels, cheaper shit from Walmart, that fit like that with the gap. I use these on there. Now, people are gonna laugh and say but that's not what they're made for. Well, I do it. I've done it before on the cheap shit, just because I don't like that. I don't really like that gap. Um, that leaves water to get down in there, and the way shit rusts now. The stuff on this reel is supposedly stainless steel, and I oil my shit. But anyway, you can use these. These are drag washers. Use them how you want. I'm not a professional. I make shit work. Whether it's backyard shit or whatever, it works. But another nice sticker. I'll be putting that right on the Durango. Also, before we get into the reel, Cast King makes their own line, so I got some of their mono. This is their Superior fishing line. 300 yards of 10-pound mono. We'll put that on here and see what she does. I'm waiting on my rod yet to get here for this combo. It was like a special order kind of. It was a Cast King rod. It was one of their Superior glass rods. The pieces that hold the eyelets on. Now the eyelets on that rod are stainless steel, but the pieces, you have your eyelet, and then above and below you have the pieces. If I'm drawing blank what they're called right now, to hold the eyelets on, they are made out of glass. That's where you get your flex and your bend, because your line rides on that eyelet. It pulls down and puts all that pressure on those two pieces that hold that eyelet together. They are made of glass. It's like glass. It's kind of glass, and it's super, super strong. So we're going to wait for that. That's a 6.6 rod. Medium heavy action. 8 to 12 pound test, I believe that takes. So this reel is 6, 8, or 10. So it'll be a nice medium heavy rod and reel setup. But let's get to the reel. We got the Cast King Valiant Eagle 3000. Now this is the gold series. They have them in all black, I think, black and red. Of course, black and gold. I think maybe there's one more. But this is the original. I figured give this one a try. See at the top there, it goes on the rod. This little Cast King insignia. A mirrored stainless piece there. At the top. The reel handle has a nice little gold accent on the end with like a flathead screwdriver opening. The handle on this is foam. It almost feels like velvet. Feels very nice on the finger. The handle is a through, what they call a through shaft. Now, I put this together before I, got on camera. The handle comes off the reel, shipped. And what this left or right, like 99% of spinning reels are, it's optional. I reel left hand because that is the correct way for me. Left hand reel is right hand reel, quote unquote. Right hand reel is communist reel. Right TT, right scales. I'm just fucking with you guys. But anyway, it's super uncomfortable for me to reel right-handed. I gotta hold that rod with my right, reel with my left. It just feels right. But to each their own. But so some reels, just hold still, one-handed again, so bear with me. Now some reels handles, well, they'll have an arm and they'll just, this cat piece, this will be on this side, but it'll be down over like here, and it'll face this piece right here, and you'll just screw that on and it'll just tighten to this side. This has like an axle through it on the end of here, like a stem, and it goes all the way through this body over to this side. Now if you take the cap off and thread it through the hole, because when the handle's not on, you can look and you can see right through the two holes on the back. So you just put this through, and you thread this cap onto this side, and it tightens it up, and it brings everything together. So this is a through style, but as you can see, really nice. This is a cutout on the outside, the bottom of the reel face, the spool. But on the bottom of the spool, it is actually gold. So when that spins around, it gives the illusion of a golden eagle. It's pretty cool. The cutouts here. 6 pound, 310 yard, 8 pounds, 210, 10 pounds, 180 yards, just as what I will be using. This will be a 10-pound test, obviously, and then it's got millimeters and meters for the metric system folks, which will be where I'm headed in the end of June, up to Canada. Cannot fucking wait, man. Kilometers and big bass and big pike and big walleye and 14-inch rock bass and 11, 12-inch sunfish and bluegill. Man, I can't wait. Perch. Hear the wolves howling at night when you fall asleep, and loons popping up, scaring the shit out of you, and early in the morning up on the lake and listen to them call. And can't wait, man. I cannot wait. But anyway, It's a couple of months yet. But the cool thing, well, let me do the drag. Very pronounced clicks. Stays the same as you loosen it. This feels very nice. Now the cool thing about this, if you look right here, right where my fingernail is, that is like a knurled uh, material, and that is a steel or some for composite. And that is really cool to me because although it's not as important to center these, let me open this bale. You see where my finger is here. That is knurled. And while it's not as important on a spinning reel to center your line when you're putting it on, it is still important. So you're going to try to center that. You're going to tie it around here, tie your knot. And when you go to crank and reel that on there, the first several casts, are going to stick to that. Because that plastic line, or, not plastic, but that mono line is going to almost adhere. It's going to stick to that knurled. So when you reel, it's just going to stay. And obviously it's going to spool evenly once it gets off of that. So it's very cool how they did that. I have not seen it on any other reels, but I'm sure maybe there is others. But that's really neat, the way they did that. Now the bale, you see the bale is gold. I wish I could reel with you and show you, but it is super smooth. When that opens, nice pronounced click. And when you reel it, I'm one to reel. Some people flip and then reel once they cast. Or cast, flip it, and then reel. I just reel to shut it. But I'm telling you, up close, when that shuts, it is a very pronounced, you can almost hear the ping, that metal to metal sound when it shuts. Ping, you can just hear it echo. So, very happy with it, guys. So far, obviously I didn't use it yet, but the way it feels, the way it looks, it's pretty light. It's not feather light, it's not super light. For 3,000 reel, it's fairly light. In the right ways, heavy in the right places. Like the back here, nice weight here at the back. Some weight here. You want to feel a little bit of weight here. The bale is not chintzy. I don't pulling down. There's no movement on that. Very good hinge. The reel, it does have a reverse switch here. The back for the backlash. I always keep them locked. I don't use the reverse. But really smooth when you. Let me give her a shot here. Nice free spin, and boom, it just stops. There's no travel. No play at all in the handle. So, once I get this on the glass rod, that should be here Monday, it says. Of course, this was delivered late. This reel. It's raining today. It's supposed to be here yesterday. Nobody notified me from Amazon. This was set out in the rain. We have like a plank on our outside. An old pallet goes up onto our inside porch. They could have walked another 4 steps and put this inside. No, they just put it outside in the rain. It was in a bag, obviously, inside that box, but still, walk another 4 fucking steps. Just use common sense. Big problem in this fucking country. Nobody has common sense anymore, but common sense isn't so common as they say. No, it's not. But that's a look at the Valiant Eagle 3000 series from Cast King. It's a 5:6:1 gear ratio, before I forget. Medium heavy. The rod will be medium heavy. And it's a fast action. But once I get the rod, we'll put it together and we'll give you guys a full look at it and we'll get line on it. Tomorrow here in Pennsylvania is opening day of trout season. So, if Everybody will be out. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, high winds. I'm not fishing in the wind. I don't fish in the high winds. I'll fish in rain as long as it's not downpouring. So we'll see what it's like in the morning. And if I'm able to get some video, I'll give you guys a little bit of fishing content tomorrow after I get back. But thanks for coming along. Another quick look at her. Let me know if anybody has any experience with these down below. Let me know what you think of Cascading. Love them, hate them, neutral, whatever. But we'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. Stay vigilant. Stay prepared. Don't live on your knees. And always fight for your rights. Right, Stevie? Right. Hopefully get you guys some fishing content tomorrow. Alright. We'll be back with some fishing content, hopefully. Hopefully it's a nice day. I'm itching to get out fishing. So see what we can do. But until then, you guys have a good weekend. Later on.